Gary here from MrG Shave, back for another Saturday head and face shave. I've only just thought I've got to pick a razor for my dome. I'm not sure whether I'm going to use this razor today on my dome. If I remember correctly, it's a bit aggressive, but we'll see. I'll give it a go. Right, this is shave number 193, I believe. I hope you've all had a great week and you've achieved everything that you wanted to achieve. It's been fairly quiet for me, to be honest, so not much to report here. I'll go into the hardware. I'm going to use my Christmas pudding bowl again, because it's a bit of a menthol shave today. I've gone the whole hog with menthol. I'll show you. Try this off a bit. So when I go for a menthol shave, I nearly always use this stuff for a shower beforehand. So I'm feeling a little chilly at the moment. It's really quite good stuff, this, for showers. But I don't know whether you can get it in the US or anywhere else in the world. I know it's available here in the UK, but original source, brilliant stuff. Yeah, so a bit of a green theme. The brush is my Tournuredebois or Francis de Bois brush, and it's an FB on the bottom for Francis. It's either Francis de Bois or Francis Bois, BOIS. It's on Etsy. I'll put the link below for this. It doesn't always have these with the pine cones in. So if you see one, grab it because they're superb. And the razor is a new razor to the den, with a bit of a story to tell. Rob's classic shaving channel, it was the one that's inspired me to buy this razor. Rob sent me a Soluna razor, which I've now, to try, and it was on a pass around, and I did that months ago now, but I decided to get my own. It took Rob to remind me that I said I was going to get one, and so a few weeks ago I ordered this and it's finally arrived. It came in its own box, and it did say it comes with one blade, and I'm going to show you that blade in a minute. Slight misrepresentation, but there's this plastic container. There's no blades in there, but this is the original Astra blade dispenser, made in Czechoslovakia. There was a blade that came with it, but there's no way I was going to use it. Let me get my glasses on. Because I don't know whether you'll be able to see, this is the blade that was actually in the razor, but there are actually human hairs on here. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see it. You might be able to see where the hairs are if I move it around, but there's certainly some hairs along the edge and on there, so it's a used blade. Yeah, not brilliant. So I won't be using that blade, but I am using an Astra blade on its second use in there. There is an Astra blade in there. If you are tempted to buy one of these, I would say take your time when aligning the blade, because it's not great. You have to fiddle with it quite a bit to get the blade in the right place. But other than that, this is my razor. I don't know about the other Soluna razors, but other than that, fantastic little razor. It's quite aggressive. It's not a beginner razor at all. But yeah, so that's the hardware done. I'm going to get ready for the shave and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, all ready for the shave, lathered up. Everything apart from the spoon that I use my little shovel to scoop out the soap. Needs a bit of a clean and dry off. So what am I using today? Let's get some water on the face first. And on the head. Let's not forget the dome. Now I haven't talked about the backup razor for the dome. I'll probably use the leaf if I don't get on with this razor on my dome. But yeah, so it's a bit of a menthol shave today. So I've had the menthol shower, now I've got to have the shave. I can't do the other. Not menthol anyway. But yeah, so it's Proraso Green today. So I'm probably going to have to get some more of this soon. We're getting down towards, I need a bit more, the dregs at the bottom of the jar. So let's put some on the dome first. Come down here. Oh, menthol hit straight away. Oh yeah. Fantastic. Right, so obviously the shave, I would say this is a crope. It's Proraso Green, obviously. Get it right way around. It's Proraso Green, and I've used this a few times now. Leave it up to camera a bit longer so you can see. So yeah, it's been used a few times. The sandalwood's been used quite a bit more than this, but I think Proraso changed their formula a bit and made the soap a bit softer, because the old soap's quite hard, the sandalwood. So that's it, and it's lathered up beautifully. So it's got a nice sheen to it. Now if I was using this for a straight shave, I'd put another 4 sprays of water in, just to make it sort of more liquid. Anyway, let's go. I'm looking forward to using this razor. I do remember it being quite aggressive. It's not R41 aggressive, but it's getting there, I think. It's an aluminium razor. It's Czechoslovakian. I believe they were made in the 60s. So very lightweight. I don't normally go for aluminium razors, I have to admit, but this one's vintage and I always make an exception for vintage. And I quite like my Henson, to be honest. I could have used that on my dome, but I've got my leaf here, so if I had to go and get my Henson, I'd have to stop recording and come back. And haven't used the Henson in a while on my dome, so I'll have to get that in here into the bathroom. This looks a bit dry, to be honest, but it'll do. It will do. Actually looks like I've got hair. Look at it. The brush marks make it look like I've actually got hair up there. Yeah, those were the days, eh? Right, here we go. First pass. Let's try the dome first. Yeah, this is blade feel all the way. No pressure. And it's singing. So again, I've used an Astra blade in this because the Astra is quite good. The Astra Green. Or is this the Astra Blue? This is the Astra Blue, this is. It's not the Astra Green. The Astra Blue blade and the Astra Green blade is great in aggressive razors. So that's why I tend to use them in an aggressive razor. I mean, this is aggressive, but it's smooth, especially with this blade in it. Oh, this is nice. I think I'll stick with this razor for the dome. Seems to be working all right. The time when I'll be a bit more nervous is when I'm going against the grain. Oh. That's great. Right, face now. Fantastic. Beautiful. Really, really good. That's a really nice, I mean, you certainly know it's aggressive. I'd say it's only sort of a hair below an R41 in aggression. It's quite aggressive, but it's great. I love it. So yeah, thanks Rob for sending me that razor in the first place and inspiring me to get one of my own. Another shout out to Sig. He just did a video on the Yaki Katana razor, which I've just ordered. This is why I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos on shaving, because when I watch them, if they're using something I haven't got and they're saying it's really good, I just end up buying it. So it's that's where the black hole is. So if you don't want to spend money, don't watch shaving videos. We're our own worst enemy. Yeah, I go through phases of watching other channels and so on, and I must admit I've been rather, lazy in terms of watching other videos, for quite a while now, probably since Christmas, because I just ended up spending so much money. And I've done it again now. I've watched one video, Sig Solo, look him up. He's just done a video about the Yaki Katana. I forget the soap that he used. I'm just trying to remember what it was. He used Pinot Clubman Special Reserve Aftershave, which I also haven't got, which I've also ordered. So yeah, it's really not a good idea if you're trying to save money to start watching shave videos, because you just end up spending everything that you've saved. And I've got 3 weddings coming up, so anyway, right, here we go. So across the grain, let's see how we go with this. Feels fine, but I am being super careful. There is overhang on the end here, so you've got to be careful around the ears, and if you shave under the nose, you've got to be careful around there in case the corner of the blade catches you when you go underneath your nose. Oh yeah, amazing. I mean, the one advantage of an aggressive razor is you can actually feel the blade, and so you're applying the right level of pressure, and you know exactly where you're cutting. So, and this one in particular sings to you. So yeah, it's great razor. I really wasn't sure whether I was going to be able to use this on the dome. Because I knew it was quite aggressive, and I don't normally use very aggressive razors on my dome. That's great. So across the grain on this side is straight up. This soap is really cooling my face down. It's quite a nice day today outside. We've had dry weather for quite a while. I'm going to put a bit of water on my face because this feels a bit dry. Fantastic. Yeah, if you have one of these spray bottles and you feel your lather's gone a little bit dry, just do one squirt over the top and that works. Just adds the moisture back. Beautiful. Beautiful. So what are you all shaving with this weekend? Anything special? Oh, this just gets colder and colder. I know chisel face, chisel face is definitely colder than this, but oh, this just builds. This is so good, so good. I do love my shaves, or every one of them, or all two of them in a week. Oh. Right, here we go. Against the grain. Now this is, you can really feel the blade here. Just hoping I don't catch that scab on my dome. I haven't so far, that little bump that I keep cutting myself with. But I am concentrating on what I'm doing with this razor. Sorry about the silence. There's a certain sphincter muscle twitching right now. But yeah, it's fine. You just have to really focus. That's all. So let's have a feel around. Missed a bit here. I have got a little bit of claret on the dome, but that is BBS. That's brilliant. I didn't think I was going to achieve a 3-pass shave on my dome. Right, so against the grain on the face, I'm going to do the same as last time, just add a touch of water just to add the slickness and hydration back. Amazing. Wow. But this isn't a sort of sit back and do an autopilot shave. This isn't that kind of razor. That's the one thing I would say about it. It's definitely got, I think its bite will probably be worse than its bark, let's put it that way. So let's feel around. It's almost BBS all over. I mean, there's a little bit of Velcro in my usual spots, but far less than normal. So I'm going to do my touch-up pass. Add a bit more water to this lather. Oh, it's like brushing ice onto your face. Amazing. You know, you've got to give respect to Proraso. They've been around for years and years and years, and they produce excellent soap, even though it's, I wouldn't really call it artisan soap anymore. It is superb soap though, excellent quality. Fantastic. I'm definitely going to use alum because I think this is going to be a real stinger. But that feels amazing. Really does. Right, let's have a feel around. Bit of water on my hands. BBS all over. Fantastic result. I didn't expect any less, to be honest. With a razor as aggressive as that, you need some experience to use that without cutting yourself, I must admit. And I did nick myself on the dome here. Don't think I've nicked myself around my neck or anywhere. So that's a result as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to get ready for the post shave, and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. All ready for the post shave. Feels great. It's not as moisturised as, say, a Wickham soap or Goodfellas Smile or Sterling or any of the other. You know, this is a budget-friendly soap, but it works really well. But it doesn't give you the same post-shave feel, I would say, as, you know, some of the more expensive soaps. But that's fine, because we have all the other stuff that we've got to go to now that will replace the, you know, will certainly add the moisture, if you know what I mean. Anyway. Right, so cold rinse time first, and alum, where's my alum? I'm slowly wearing this down. I've got one more of these, and after that I'll just get a square block, because I prefer that. Right. Oh. Great. So let's go on with the alum and see what see if I get any feedback. So far, nothing on the dome. Weirdly, on my neck, I'm getting some feedback. It's about a 2 or a 3 out of 10. Yeah, it's only lower down. Maybe I was getting the angle slightly wrong. Well, that's a surprise. I thought my head was going to light up like a beacon. So let's try it on the face. Really not much at all. 2 or 3 out of 10. Don't want to get any of this alum stuff in your eyes. It's really not pleasant. Oh, I've got a nice bit of sting here. That's a good 5 or 6 out of 10. Just the one patch, really. Wow. I would say, let's just say it's about a 3 out of 10 as an average, apart from one spot here. Sort of one patch, I would say, where it jumped up to a 5 or 6. But it's already gone. The burn's already gone. I was expecting it to be a lot worse than that. Just going to wipe it off now. What does alum do? I hear some people ask. If you're sort of not, you know, if you're new to the channel and you're new to this style of wet shaving, alum is a natural antiseptic and antiperspirant as well, or is it or deodorant? I don't know. It's an antiperspirant, I think. But when you shave, even with a cartridge razor, you'll get, even though you can't see any blood on your face and you know any of that, you'll get micro cuts all over your face, and that happens with any razor. And if you use alum, that just cleans, sterilises and closes them up. So it acts like an astringent and antibacterial sort of thing to close it all up and help heal your skin. So I'm following that up with Boots Cucumber. Oh, that's great. Oh yeah. And cucumber is a summer scent to me. I mean, I can't say I like, excuse me, got a frog in my throat. I can't say I like I don't know whether you have them in the US or anywhere else, but cucumber sandwiches, I've never ever liked those, but I do like this. This smells like a cucumber sandwich. I'm going for Proraso Green aftershave. Little tingle off that, about a 2 out of 10, nothing much. Nice, really nice scent. I love it. It's what I would call a traditional aftershave. And then I'm using L'Oreal Men Expert Hydra Energetic. I can't see the rest. Ice Cool Effect Post Shave Gel. So that's what I'm using. And this has got a bit of a kick to it as well. So a little nice chilling effect on a warm day. It's not that warm. I mean, it's still, it's mild, I would say. Oh yeah, that feels great. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of today's shave. It's now just gone 1 o'clock. I know there's a big match on today in the football, you know, the sport of football. I think it's Manchester City against Manchester United. And I think that's the FA Cup final or something. I don't know. I'm not a football fan. But if you're watching it, I hope you enjoy it. Or if you're watching any of the other sporting events that are going on today, I hope you enjoy those. Other than that, have a beer, sit back and relax. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye now.